Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to yet another edition of the Silver Surge Sports Enthusiast and Pop Culture Channel. I am your host, as I always am, Silver Surge. Today I'm going to be talking about the reveal that took place yesterday from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, getting our 5th DLC character in the form of Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I made a video about how most of the community, myself included, isn't really too thrilled with the idea of getting an 8th Fire Emblem character, but, you know, what's done is done, and there's nothing we can do, so we can just move on from there and start speculating towards future DLC. And with that, we got the announcement of 6 more characters, and this video will be kind of like a rough estimate of time frame, I think, when we're going to be getting these characters and who I think they will be. So this prediction can obviously change as time goes on and more rumors and leaks surface in the coming months and next year, but for now, this is kind of, like I said, a very quick prediction of who I think is coming and when. So now that we have Byleth from Fire Emblem Fates, that was another character that was taken from Japanese fan requests. And I was actually looking more so at the most requested character breakdown that somebody broke down in a photo that was a couple months ago. It was taken from the poll of the Smash ballot. And also, you take the characters that have already been included, like Ridley and K. Rool, off of those charts, and that's who you're left with. So, going over this chart, I was looking at everything, and I was kind of breaking down what characters I thought, based on the most requested in popularity of between the 3 regions of Japan, United States, and Europe in general. These are the characters I think have the best opportunity and chance based on my own gut feelings and patterns that have taken place. So, assuming that Sakurai doesn't get pressured by Nintendo to throw in another character that nobody wants, and pattern sticks to he starts putting in from this point forward characters that the fans want, more fan service, I think it's going to go like this. So, I'll get started, and the first character I think that'll be in the pass is going to be Crash Bandicoot, and I think he's going to be coming in April. All these characters, these 6 characters lined out, are supposed to be completed by December of 2021, and that's quite a substantial gap in time for when these characters will be launched and released. So I think that they're going to be a little bit more spread out, and we're not going to have quite as much information in between each character. So, like I said, I think Crash Bandicoot will be our first character, and the reason being is I was looking over the last Fighter Pass, now that it's been completed, and I count Piranha Plant, despite the fact that he was a bonus character, as being one of the DLC characters from the past. So that was another 6 characters too. Piranha Plant was the first, and he was an American character for the most part. And then Joker from Persona 5, he appealed to Japanese fans, U.S. fans, and European fans. That was kind of like a 3-in-1 character request. Then we got Hero and Banjo at E3 this last summer. Hero was meant to appeal to mainly Japanese fans, and Banjo was for American fans. And then in the 4th pass entry, Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury was meant to appease South American and Central fans, even though he has a history. And then finally we got Byleth, who's appealing again just to Japanese fans. So based on those metrics, we have 3 characters that appeal to Japanese fans, and obviously that makes a lot of sense since Super Smash Bros. Originates in Japan. Its developer is Japanese, being Masahiro Sakurai. So Joker, Hero, and Byleth are all Japanese requests. Now, like I said, Joker is also an American request and a European request, but you know, you got 2, if you don't count all 3 of the regions, 2 American requests that were fulfilled. I guess you wouldn't say Piranha Plant was an American request. Nobody requested Piranha Plant, but you had 2 American slots filled. And then standalone, you got 2 Japanese slots filled, 1 South American slot, and then you had 1 that was filled that appeased all 3 regions. So Really, we got 2 Japanese character spots filled, 2 Americans and 1 Central American, and then 1 that was catering to all 3. So, I think based on those, I know it took a while to get to my point, this is why I've picked Crash Bandicoot as the first character in Challenger Pack number 6 in Volume 2 of the Fighter Pass. I think the European representation is lacking, and we only got supporting double, fan requests from Joker. So there was really nothing else that was brought from the Smash ballot or fan requests over from the European side. So um, Crash is humongous out here in the West and also in Europe. Nobody in Japan really kind of gives a crap about Crash, according to these poll results, but that's why I think Sakurai is going to cater now to more of the American fans and the European fans in the first character of the next pass. So I think Crash Bandicoot is going to be Challenger Pack 6. After that, I think it's going to be Dante from Devil May Cry. There was so much information that was pointing to him, and why I speculated that he was going to be the next character, and then Sakurai, being Sakurai, threw us all for a loop and made Byleth the next character, not Dante. But I still think Dante is going to be on the next pass. The reason I believe that is because he's a Japanese request, he's an American request, and a European request. So again, that's that all 3 regions fulfilled request character. Um, so Dante, I think, is going to be number 2 because he fulfills all 3 of the fan requests. And then I think that the 8th character, in the Fighter Pass is going to be Shantae. She is an indie character that we don't have representation from at all in Smash other than just as a spirit. She was a base roster character, base roster spirit, and lots of people tell me that they think that spirits deconfirm characters, but like I said in other videos, I'm going to fight that because that was never confirmed by Sakurai or Nintendo themselves. It's just a fan-written rule that was never officially confirmed. It's just been a pattern. So I think being how she's a base game spirit, she still has plenty of opportunity to make it in as a character herself. And I think she's going to be our first and only indie representative because Shovel Knight became an assist trophy, and now we have Cuphead and we have Sans from Undertale as Mii Fighter costumes. So I think those 3 big indie icons have pretty much been discredited. There's still a chance for them technically because you could counteract my point of spirits don't deconfirm characters with assist trophies don't deconfirm characters. So technically, you could say that all of the indie characters are still on the table, but I mean, it seems far less likely that an assist trophy is going to be upgraded into a character than a spirit would. So that's why I'm saying that I think those 3 characters are pretty much on the back burner as of this point. So I think Shantae is the most likely indie character, and she would appeal to American fans because American fans absolutely love Shantae and indie gaming and the series itself, and it's got a lot of history behind it. So for people who say that Shantae doesn't have enough history, that's a bunch of baloney because she clearly does. She's got a few handful of games and she's a very popular pick. She was also, I think, the 3rd most requested character in the Smash ballot for American fans, if I'm not mistaken. So I do believe Shantae will be in this next Fighter Pass. And I really hope that it does come to fruition because she's the only character that I want left in Smash Bros. That I really, really want. So I think that's going to happen. So, and then the 9th character, I know that took a while to get off my Shantae point, is going to be Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia, and I think he's going to be another appeal to Japanese fans only because Lloyd is on nobody's list of requests from Americans or European fans. I think that is strictly going to be a Japanese character request fulfilled, kind of like Hero was. So that I think is going to be a slot for Irving. I kind of juggled the idea with Monster Hunter and Ryo Hayabusa because there's been lots of leaks that say that Ryo Hayabusa was planned, but again, those are rumors. We don't have any proof, and he seems like a likely character, but I just went with my safe gut feeling based on these Smash poll results and went with Lloyd Irving. So, so I think Lloyd will be on the pass as Challenger Pack 9, catering to Japanese fans only. Fighter Pass Character 10, I think, is going to be catering to American fans, and that's going to be Geno. I don't see Geno really on... Well, he's on the European request list too, so I guess he would also cater to European fans. But Geno's going to fulfill a character request for not only American but also European fans, not really Japanese fans. Nobody from Japan really cares a lot about Geno according to this poll. So Geno, I think, is going to get in just because he's nostalgic. Sakurai himself said he wants Geno in the game. He's never gotten around to putting Geno in the game. He made a Mii Fighter costume for him a while back. That hasn't returned. So I do think Geno's finally coming towards the end of Fighter Pass 2. And he's going to be Challenger Pack 10. And then the last and final character I think is going to get in, unless they make a Volume 3, I think is going to be Sora. And I believe that because Sora is at the top of the charts of the European and Japanese Smash ballot requests. Sora was number 2 in Japan, only behind Lloyd, and Sora is number 1 in Europe. He's the most requested character for Europe fans, and Sora was also the most requested character for United States fans. So Sora is number 2 in Japan and number 1 in both Europe and America. So I believe that Sora is going to be that last big bang slot going out with a final, big hoorah. So I think Sora is that very last spot, and I believe that that's how they're going to end it is with Sora, and then they're pretty much done after that, unless the demand is so big that Nintendo decides to continue to be greedy and maybe make a third pass. Otherwise, that last couple character spots that I've predicted could change. I could see them pushing back Geno and Sora if they make a third pass. I do believe that it's going to play out this way, just on my own opinion. Like I said, I don't have any concrete evidence. But if they do, in fact, make a Volume 3 pass and put 5 or 6 more characters, I do find it very possible and plausible that Geno will be the last character from this pass, and Sora will get pushed on to the next pass, and then Challenger Pack 10 instead of Geno will be like Monster Hunter or Ryu Hayabusa in that spot. So, so basically, there you have it. Those are my character picks. I think character number 1 is going to be Crash Bandicoot. I think he's going to be coming out in April this year. I think Challenger Pack 7, the next one, is going to be Dante, appealing to Japanese, US fans, and European fans. I think he's going to come out at E3 in July. And then I think Shantae will be released in November. And then I think Lloyd Irving is going to be coming out in March of 2021. No, excuse me, I'm going to say April again. We're going to follow that trend. So we're going to go from November to April. Yeah, so December, January, February, March. Yeah, so about 5 months of a gap in between. So yeah, we're going to go April for Crash Bandicoot. We're going to go July at E3 for Dante. And then Shantae in the fall in November of this year. And then next year, we're going to have Lloyd Irving in April of 2021. I think we're going to get Geno at E3 2021, and then we're going to get Sora in November or December, and that's how they're going to finish it, because the characters have to conclude by December 2021. So it may even be earlier than that, but those are my guesses. And then, like I said, the only change in that prediction is if they announce Volume 3 towards the end, then I think Geno gets pushed to the last character in this pass, and Sora gets pushed to the next character pass. And then I think Ryu Hayabusa or Monster Hunter is going to take Geno's current spot. So otherwise, yeah, Crash Bandicoot, Dante, Shantae, Lloyd Irving, Geno, and Sora are my picks. So, and like I said, this can always change. I'll probably make another speculation video down the road here, but for now, this is who I've got lined up. So, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you guys for watching my video today. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button at the very bottom of the screen if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless. Silver Surge signing out.